What if the secret to thriving against all odds was hidden in the colors of a sunset? Let's unveil the power of optimism. Picture this: you're perched on a hill as the sun dips below the horizon, painting the sky in a symphony of oranges, pinks, and purples. A breathtaking display we'll call the sunset glow. It's not just a feast for the eyes, it's a quiet whisper of hope, a reminder that even as one day ends, there's a promise of a new dawn waiting to unfold. That's the essence of optimism in business, a radiant belief that keeps successful companies and individuals pushing forward, even when the odds seem insurmountable. Today, we're diving into the world of optimism, exploring how it's like waiting for that long overdue food delivery, the kind that tests your patience but rewards you with bliss. We'll draw inspiration from Nelson Mandela's unshakable hope, Satya Nadella's transformative leadership at Microsoft, and the resilient revival of Detroit. So, let's bask in the glow of possibility and discover how optimism can light the way to success. Optimism Unpacked, the fuel that keeps you going. Let's start with the core. What is optimism? It's the patient, steadfast belief that things will work out, even when the journey feels endless. Think about waiting for your food delivery after a grueling day. You're famished, the minutes drag on, and you start wondering if it'll ever arrive. But you hold on, because you know that first bite will make it all worthwhile. Optimism in business operates the same way. It's about maintaining faith in your vision, trusting that your hard work and perseverance will eventually pay off, even if the path is littered with delays and detours. It's not blind positivity, it's a deliberate choice to focus on the light at the end of the tunnel, keeping your spirits high while you navigate the challenges. But here's the catch: optimism, like patience, doesn't always guarantee success. It's like waiting for your food delivery only to discover they forgot your favorite sauce, a letdown, sure, but not the end of the meal. In business, external factors like market shifts, fierce competition, or sheer bad luck can complicate things. Yet, optimism isn't about ignoring reality, it's about facing it with a mindset that sees setbacks as temporary and opportunities as endless, much like the sunset glow promises a new day after the darkest night. The sunset glow, a symbol of hope and renewal. Now, let's linger on the sunset glow for a moment. As the sun sets, it doesn't just fade, it transforms the sky into a masterpiece of color, a fleeting but powerful reminder that beauty can emerge even in endings. It's nature's way of saying, hold on, there's more to come. In the context of business, the sunset glow represents the hope and optimism that keep us going through tough times. When a project fails, when profits dip, or when doubts creep in, optimism acts like that glow. It reassures us that a new dawn is on the horizon, filled with fresh chances to create something extraordinary. It's a mindset that turns challenges into stepping stones, much like how the fading light of day gives way to the promise of tomorrow's sunrise. Nelson Mandela, optimism through the darkest times. Let's draw inspiration from a towering figure of resilience, Nelson Mandela. Imprisoned for 27 years under South Africa's apartheid regime, Mandela faced unimaginable hardship, yet his optimism for a better future never wavered. He believed in the possibility of a unified, democratic South Africa, even when the odds seemed impossible. One of his most profound teachings resonates deeply: the greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. It's a perfect echo of the sunset glow, acknowledging the end of a difficult day while holding on to the hope of a brighter tomorrow. Mandela's optimism wasn't just a feeling, it was a driving force. After his release, he worked tirelessly to heal a divided nation, leading South Africa toward reconciliation and equality. His journey mirrors waiting for that long-delayed food delivery. Each year in prison was a test of patience, but when freedom finally arrived, it was sweeter than any meal. Mandela's story shows that optimism, paired with action, can transform not just a life but an entire society, lighting the way through even the darkest times. Satya Nadella, optimism fuels Microsoft's turnaround. Now let's shift to the business world with Satya Nadella, the CEO who revitalized Microsoft. When Nadella took the helm in 2014, Microsoft was struggling, lagging in innovation, overshadowed by competitors, and grappling with a declining reputation. But Nadella brought a wave of optimism and a growth mindset to the table. He believed in technology's potential to empower people and organizations, and he instilled that vision across the company. One of his core philosophies centers on empathy and collaboration. We need to be able to take the perspective of others and bring them along with us. It's like the sunset glow, bringing people together to create something beautiful and transformative. Under Nadella's leadership, Microsoft pivoted from a software-centric model to a leader in cloud computing and AI, with initiatives like Azure and Microsoft 365 driving unprecedented growth. It's akin to waiting for your food delivery and discovering the restaurant has added new, innovative dishes that exceed your expectations. Nadella's optimism wasn't passive, he paired it with action, encouraging risk-taking and learning from failures. The result? Microsoft's market value soared, proving that an optimistic mindset, when channeled into strategy, can turn a struggling giant into a beacon of innovation. Detroit's revival. Optimism transforms a city. Optimism isn't just for individuals, it can reshape entire communities, as seen in the resurgence of Detroit. Once the heart of America's automotive industry, Detroit faced a steep decline in the late 20th century as factories closed, jobs vanished, and economic hardship took hold. By 2013, the city filed for bankruptcy, a low point that could have signaled the end. But the people of Detroit held on to hope. Entrepreneurs, community leaders, and residents believed in the potential for renewal, investing in revitalization projects, tech startups, and cultural initiatives. It's like the sunset glow, finding beauty and possibility even in the darkest moments. Today, Detroit is experiencing a renaissance. The automotive industry is rebounding, tech hubs are emerging, and neighborhoods are being reborn with new businesses and art scenes. This transformation didn't happen overnight, it was a slow, collective effort fueled by optimism and perseverance. Detroit's story mirrors waiting for that delayed food delivery. The wait was long, the hunger real, but the eventual feast, a thriving city, made every moment worthwhile. It shows that optimism, when shared and acted upon, can breathe new life into even the most challenging situations. Everyday examples, optimism in action. Let's ground these lessons with real-life stories of optimism driving success. First, Thomas Edison, whose path to inventing the light bulb was lit by unwavering belief. He famously tried thousands of materials, facing failure after failure, but never lost hope. "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work," he said, a perfect reflection of the sunset glow's promise of a new dawn. Edison's optimism kept him experimenting until he illuminated the world, proving that a positive mindset can spark revolutionary change. Then there's J.K. Rowling, who faced rejection after rejection before Harry Potter found a publisher. Struggling as a single mother, she could have given up, but her belief in her story kept her going, like waiting for a delayed food delivery, trusting the meal will be worth it. Rowling's optimism paid off, creating a global phenomenon that sold over 500 million books and inspired countless readers to believe in magic. And consider Airbnb's founders, Brian Chesky and Joe Gebbia, who launched their platform during the 2008 financial crisis, a terrible time to start a business. Investors laughed them off, but they held on to their vision of connecting travelers with unique stays. Like the sunset glow, they saw potential where others saw dusk, persisting until Airbnb revolutionized travel. Their optimism turned a quirky idea into a multi-billion-dollar company, showing that belief in a brighter future can defy even the toughest odds. Applying optimism, keeping your glow alive. So, how can you harness optimism in your own life and business? It's about cultivating a mindset that sees possibilities, even in setbacks. Start by practicing gratitude. Each day, reflect on 3 things you're thankful for, like savoring every bite of a long-awaited meal. Surround yourself with positivity, connect with people who inspire you, much like choosing a restaurant with stellar reviews. Embrace failure as growth. When plans falter, see them as lessons, not dead ends, like trying a new dish that broadens your palate. Visualize success. Spend a few minutes imagining your goals coming to life, as vivid as dreaming about that perfect food delivery. And celebrate small wins. Acknowledge every step forward, like enjoying each bite of your meal, to keep your motivation burning bright. In business, optimism means leading with hope, not fear. Encourage your team to take risks, learn from mistakes, and collaborate, like Nadella did at Microsoft. Focus on long-term potential over short-term setbacks, as Detroit's revival shows. And in personal life, it's about holding on to faith through tough times, Whether you're chasing a dream or weathering a storm, let the sunset glow remind you that dawn is coming. Your turn, share your optimism story. I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever held on to hope during a tough moment and seen it pay off? Maybe you kept pushing through a failing project until it turned around, or stayed positive during a personal challenge and found light at the end. Drop your story in the comments. I'm excited to learn how you've kept your own sunset glow shining, no matter the darkness. Wrapping it up, optimism lights the path forward. Optimism in business is like the sunset glow, a beacon of hope that turns endings into beginnings and challenges into opportunities. From Nelson Mandela's resilient vision to Satya Nadella's transformative leadership and Detroit's inspiring comeback, we've seen how a positive mindset can illuminate the toughest paths. It's not always easy, and success isn't guaranteed, but optimism keeps you moving forward, believing in the dawn ahead. So the next time you're waiting for your food delivery, or facing life's delays, hold on to that glow. Keep believing, keep pushing, and watch how your optimism paints a masterpiece of possibility. Thanks for joining me on this radiant journey. Stay hopeful, and I'll see you in the next adventure.